Man, let me tell you something. If you want to find real answers, don't go looking in the light. The light is where people get soft, where they relax and feel safe. But that's not where growth lives. You want to find out who you are? Dive headfirst into the darkness. That place where nobody wants to go. Because the darkness, it's ruthless. It doesn't care about your feelings. Life will drag you there eventually, but if you want to be the one who conquers, you got to walk into it voluntarily, ready to suffer, ready to learn. People always ask me, Goggins, how the hell did you turn your life around? How did you write books when you could barely read until high school? It's simple. I became a student of pain, of struggle. I studied the dark, the ugliest parts of my mind, like a scientist studies the universe. Back when I was just a stuttering kid watching my mom get beat, dealing with my own hell, I had to face the mirror of my insecurities. And yet I'd break down and cry, feel like I was broken beyond repair. But guess what? That's where the seeds of greatness are planted, in your darkest damn moments. You see, everyone wants to talk about discipline, waking up early, taking cold showers. That's fine, but none of that matters if your mind is cluttered. Picture your mind as a garage, filled with trash and junk, broken dreams, unresolved trauma, self-doubt. If your mind is like that, how do you expect to fit in the work ethic, the routines? You can't. You have to clean that garage, clear out the junk, make space. Otherwise, you'll fall off track when life gets tough. You'll blow a circuit like an overloaded breaker. So, yeah, I talk about that a lot. Cleaning your mental garage. Making space so discipline and consistency aren't just things you try, but things that stick. When the universe puts you to the test, you better not just survive. You better thrive. You have to embrace suffering because that's where strength is born. People will think you're crazy for wanting hard times, but you need to be thankful for them. Challenges are gifts. They're opportunities to become unbreakable. That's why I don't care if I wake up feeling good or bad. You think I give a damn how I feel when I got work to do? Feelings are irrelevant. Discipline isn't about doing what's easy or convenient. It's about showing up every damn day, no matter what. The world doesn't care if you're sad, and neither do your enemies. Your feelings are an excuse. You're the only one responsible for getting better, for being a savage in a world full of softness. The greatest warriors aren't made in easy times. You have to go to war with yourself. You have to risk failing, risk being humiliated, risk it all to find out how far you can go. You can't grow if you're too afraid to get burned. You have to be willing to burn off the parts of you that are holding you back, even when it hurts. You think becoming great is easy? Hell no, it's brutal. But in that suffering, you find who you really are. The man who has never failed has nothing to show. Glory comes to those who fall and get back up, who fall again and rise stronger. Those scars are badges of honor. This isn't about being perfect. It's about having the guts to keep going when most would quit. Embrace the suck, embrace the pain, and become the person who thrives in chaos. You weren't born to be average. You were born to be unstoppable. People don't understand what it means to go to war with yourself. They think it's a cliche. But let me break it down for you. It means facing every demon, every insecurity, every ounce of weakness that has been living rent-free in your head and evicting it. No mercy. When you're sitting alone, drowning in self-doubt, that's when the real work starts. The grind isn't about perfect Instagram posts or being a motivational speaker. It's about that ugly, relentless effort that nobody sees. The struggle in silence. When I was a kid, I couldn't speak in public without stuttering. Every word was a mountain. But instead of running from that, I dove deeper. I learned that pain was the only teacher that never lied to me. People love to sugarcoat the truth. But pain gives it to you straight. It exposes you. You can't hide from it. You've got to learn to become intimate with suffering. You have to sit in it and study it. You think successful people just have it easy? Nah, man. They have just gotten comfortable being uncomfortable. But here's the deal. Life is ruthless, and it doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're willing to fight for. So I made a choice. I would not let my past dictate my future. I would master my mind. The biggest obstacle is always yourself. The old you has to die for the new you to be born. That's what people don't get. Change isn't about some feel-good, positive thinking nonsense. It's about self-destruction and reconstruction. You break yourself down to the bare bones and build yourself back up, brick by painful brick. When I talk about cleaning your mental garage, it's not just some catchy metaphor. It's a brutal, relentless process. You get in there and you start dragging out all the stuff you've buried deep. The trauma, the failures, the doubts. You pull them out into the open and you sort through them. You don't avoid them. You face them one by one and you learn from them. That's how you make room for greatness. Most people are too scared to confront their inner chaos, so they stay trapped in mediocrity. People love to romanticize resilience, but the truth is, resilience is ugly. It's fighting every instinct to quit when you're dead tired. It's dragging yourself back to the starting line when you have nothing left. It's embracing the suck, the grind, the never-ending push. Life isn't going to hand you anything. You've got to be relentless. When the world slams the door in your face, you kick it down. When life knocks you on your ass, you get up swinging. Every single time. And listen, the universe will test you. You can't dodge that. Life is coming for you whether you're ready or not. It'll break you down, strip you of everything you thought made you strong, and force you to ask yourself if you have what it takes. That's why you need to be willing to go all in, to gamble everything on your ability to rise. Because if you don't bet on yourself, who will? You can't sit around waiting for someone to save you. You are your own hero, or you're nothing at all. You have to understand, comfort is the enemy. Everyone's chasing happiness, comfort, and convenience, but greatness doesn't live there. Greatness lives in the discomfort, in the sacrifice. People want to be successful, but they don't want to bleed for it. They don't want to suffer for it. Well, newsflash, if you want something extraordinary, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. That means risking everything. It means putting yourself on the line, day in and day out, and understanding that there are no guarantees. You think it's enough to work hard? You think discipline is a choice you make once? No, it's a choice you make every second of every day. You either show up or you don't. And when you show up, you don't just go through the motions. You push past the point where most people stop. You go to that dark place where your mind screams at you to quit, and you dig deeper. That's how you find out what you're made of. Let me be clear. The pain isn't the enemy. Pain is the companion on your journey to becoming unbreakable. The moment you start to appreciate adversity is the moment you become dangerous. Life isn't going to roll out a red carpet for you. You have to be willing to fight, to claw your way forward when everything inside you wants to give up. You have to have a mind like a steel trap, a willpower that refuses to bend. The truth is, you have to be a monster, an absolute unstoppable monster. Ruthless ambition isn't a bad thing if you know how to control it. Be a beast when it comes to chasing your goals, but learn how to master that beast. Because a warrior without control is just a reckless fool. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Train for the storms, prepare for the chaos, because you never know when the fight is coming. And you have to keep that fire alive. You have to keep stoking the flames even when you feel like you have nothing left. You keep grinding, keep hustling, keep pushing, because the world is full of people waiting to take your place if you stop. Success is a moving target. The moment you think you've arrived, life will knock you back down. So stay hungry, stay desperate. Never let that flame go out. Remember, you're not defined by where you started. Your past doesn't own you unless you let it. You get to write the story of who you become, but you got to be willing to go through the fire. You've got to endure the pain, the criticism, the isolation. You've got to face your fears, your failures, and keep going when nobody else believes in you. Because at the end of the day, greatness isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than the old you. Every damn day.